So the great thing is I have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful group of people. Definitely give a shout out to my Obima Fashions. I'm wearing one of their signature suits, which I can appreciate. Got shades from Shades in the Club. I'm also wearing a bracelet from one of my Magnum underwear models, Randolph Raphael. He's doing a luxury line, very affordable, meaningful. It's pretty cool. So check them out.
Absolutely. Well, peace and blessings to you, Ian. I just want to thank you so very much for us making this happen. It's a great event. And I just want to just say you are definitely the man. I don't care what nobody say. So, Ian, what made you want to do DC Fashion Week?
Well, I did a big show first in New York at the historic Apollo Theater. And then I came back to DC and I did a showcase at the Ronald Reagan building with Hummer. I was very excited about doing that show. And then after the show, I wanted to know what was next. Like, how did I get in contact? How did I get in contact with buyers and get into stores and really do more brand other than just having, you know, aunts and aunties and friends in the audience? And I thought that there wasn't a professional trade show in DC at all, which I thought was very strange. It was capital. So I started the nonprofit DC Fashion Week. Our mission was to, or is, to establish Washington, DC as a center of international fashion. And it's been international from its inception. What makes us different is that we weren't afraid to go against the grain of fashion. Although fashion at that time really saw beauty as one way and almost as one race, we have always been diverse. We've always included diversity. We've always been inclusive. We started our first fashion week with real plus size models, like up to sizes 18 and 22. We were the first major fashion week to incorporate an all modesty fashion show. This happened right after 9/11. We just need to break barriers and change the face of fashion.
Well, what makes DC Fashion Week so unique, and what does it share? You know, what's the main difference from all the other fashion weeks around the country?
Well, for us, we're a nonprofit, so we definitely get back. We support the local economy, of course. We support local artists. We infuse music with it. We're extremely diverse. We have representation from all over the globe. Being in the nation's capital and that we host, we're the home of many embassies. That's our gateway to our international designers who want to come to the United States and introduce their creativity to the American market. So that's first and foremost. And then DC, there's no other place like it in the world. I mean, this is the nation's capital. Our policies affect change in the fashion industry, such as models using visas to be able to come here and work in the United States for fashion, to copy and trademark for designers' fashions. So DC, we're known for our politics and tourism, but we also play a very pivotal role in the fashion community.
Well, I think that's one of the most significant things about your events is that you not only utilize models from the local area, but you have a cadre of models from all over the world.
We really believe that beauty comes in all shapes and forms, and so DC is very diverse, and we try to capitalize on that. As of late, we made a strict focus to only use models that are actually based in DC. For the past 15 years, we've allowed models from all over the world to come to DC Fashion Week and showcase, which of course has been great. And we still allow our special guest designers who are from overseas to bring a signature model. But it's important to us that, you know, we start with us, and that's the DC fashion community. So therefore, as of last season, we require that all models that are participating in Fashion Week, with the exception of special guest models, they reside in the DC area. Because not only do we want to do Fashion Week, we want to open up opportunities for them to work with other producers, other event organizers, and to just grow that opportunity to continue to work with them, whether it be our local music artists for music videos, for our photographers that are looking to build their books, to working with our local publications. We want to have the talent that's based here so we continue to help them grow versus having our talent having to go everywhere else to try to get opportunities.
So why are you the person to lead the way, and how, you know, especially how it's portrayed in DC? Why is it that's you? Why you?
Me, well, one, I had the vision to really gather the community together and say, hey, we want to showcase the talent that's based here in DC. I also wear many, many, many hats. I have a professional modeling career. One of the first African-American males to be signed to all the major agencies here in DC. I've done both television work and film. I've been featured in numerous publications from around the world as a model. I'm also a self-taught designer. I've showcased all over the world, including Amsterdam and Serbia and Ukraine. I'm in numerous publications, including British Vogue, the front page of the Washington Post on the style section, and Upscale magazine, and just many, many publications. I'm a published photographer as well. I've also trained and taught models at a leading modeling school, John Casablanca, for over a decade. So because I have such a hands-on experience with modeling and fashion and design, and also I'm a designer of two successful labels, that gives me, the criteria to be, executive director of DC Fashion Week. And there are not very many people that can do all those things. They can manage them, but to actually have the hands-on experience, that's not really common in Fashion Week presidents.
Well, not only that, but many of the models that have worked with you, they've gone on to stellar careers.
Oh, absolutely. I love bragging. We have some alumni that have done great things. We've had a model from Fashion Week be featured on almost every season of America's Next Top Model, including both male winners, both being featured in Fashion Week. We have models on the runway. We have models that have done every season of BET Rip the Runway. We have models that are gracing the pages of various magazines and walking for esteemed fashion houses from around the world. Everyone from, we have a design fashion week that's, they have all relocated to New York, which of course is a bigger market, and walk for such prestigious brands like Kanye West's brand, Sean John, Betsy Johnson, Ralph Lauren. Just a number of top leading fashion labels have used models from the DC area.
So
and they got their start at DC Fashion Week. That's
at DC Fashion Week. I tell you, I told you I had a good name for you, brother. You're the kingpin of DC, and you just do so many amazing things. You're someone to emulate. So a lot of young, up and coming designers and models, what kind of information would you impart to them to ensure that they get a good start in their careers?
But first and foremost, I recommend everyone get an education. I'm self-taught, so as a result, I've made a lot of mistakes along the way. But during that process, I've learned from those mistakes, and it motivated me to just start doing research, because you can sometimes hear a designer's life in one book and learn from the mistakes and draw influences from that. And we have a number of people in the industry that are publishing their memoirs, as of late, and they're in their 60s and 70s and 80s, and you can gain knowledge from hearing from their experiences and apply them to your own life. So I definitely would say get an education, get a solid foundation in that, so you'll know what you want to do in this industry. Some people want to model, some people want to design, some people want to do PR, some people want to do representation, some people want to manage models, some people want to do promotions. There's just so many jobs in the fashion industry, and DC is voted as one of the best places for a creative to start their business. So we have a mayor that heavily supports the fashion community, better than any mayor we've had in the past. We have the Go2 Creates initiative, which allows all the creative community, from fashion to dance to music, to all collaborate during that month of September and share resources. I mean, it's the best time to be in DC and being creative. So I'm very excited about that.
Well, this is a time where everybody's like social distancing, and with the pandemic that's out there. Absolutely. How has this pandemic, this COVID-19, how has it impacted DC Fashion Week, particularly with your upcoming event that you have scheduled?
We escaped it in February. We made it right under the radar, so thank God for that. As we move forward to September, we hope things, of course, have changed. We do have contingency plans in place. We're, of course, going to encourage designers to, implement, protective masks with their apparel, which we think is going to pretty much be the norm, at least for the next year or two. Definitely going to have seating that's going to allow people to still have the social distancing. We have that in place, so we're going to look at that when it comes to setting up our design, our layout for our events. We're also going to include more online presence, so people that actually can't physically be there, they can still participate in one of our virtual rooms. So we are the world has changed, and we're trying
Yes.
to adapt to that change. And we look forward to, we look at it as an opportunity to reach more people in a safe way. And we're excited to hopefully, lead in that effort.
Well, Ian, let me tell you, everybody that's watching this, they don't know what we've gone through today, but we've had, I feel like I'm one of your models.
Persistence is it. So, it's a value, and we definitely believe in and supporting, our own here in the nation's capital. So, hey, it all worked out.
And I tell you, you are, you definitely got my vote. You should run for president.
So maybe I'll change from fashion kingpin to my former title, fashion ambassador, because maybe that's more clout if I walk in the door as an ambassador title versus a kingpin.
Oh, wait. I got to take my medicine. Can you give me just a moment?
Sure.
I got to get my.
Oh my goodness.
I just thought.
Please include me in the will.
No, but on a real tip, Ian, I just want to thank you so very much, because this is the first installment of the Total Entertainment Package. And let me tell you something, brother. You came through and went over and above to make this happen. And you and I know about this. And when I see you, brother, I'm going to give you a big hug and pat you on the back there, my man.
All right. Nope, stay 6 feet away. I'm still social distancing. 6 feet away, 6 feet away.
Well, a year from now.
Right, a year from now. Okay, all right. I'll do that.
But I really thank you. And for anybody out there, let's give them your contact information so that they can get in touch with you.
And hopefully you do, helping us establish Washington, D.C. as a center of international fashion. We invite you to look at us online. We're the official DC Fashion Week on Instagram. We are DC Fashion Week on Twitter and also on Facebook. We have Facebook groups as well for DC Fashion Week. If you want to follow my crazy antics, I'm Mr._DC Fashion Week. We look forward to seeing everyone near the catwalk in September as we celebrate our 33rd Fashion Week here in the nation's capital. We're the longest running professional platform here in the nation's capital. We're looking for bigger and bigger things. 2020 got off to a rough start, but we're going to close it out. 2020 says perfect vision, and we have the vision for perfection, and we're looking forward to it in September. So hopefully you all can follow us. If you're interested in volunteering, being part of our fabulous glam squad, or you know someone that's talented in the fashion industry, or you just want to come and see just be in a room full of beautiful people, come out and check out dcfashionweek.org as our main website, and I will hope to see you soon on the catwalk.
All right. And for those of you out there, my name is TEP, and we're the Total Entertainment Package. So if you have a business or you're doing anything in the community and you want to be spotlighted, hit me up at nobodydoesitliketep@gmail.com, or here on the internet on Facebook at Nobody Does It Like TEP. Ian, thank you so very much. It's been a pleasure and a privilege.
All right.
Thank you so very much.
Cheers.
Peace and blessings, everybody. And then let me give a shout out to April. Big shout out.
All right. Thank you, April.
Peace and blessings.
All right. Great.
Thanks.